Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. I'm your host for the day, IndyCar Tim, and I'm joined by the Dickie Pride and the Whiffy Cox of the show.
Whiffy Cox? Who in the hell is Whiffy Cox?
I know, I was going back pretty far on those two.
Are you going to turn the intro off?
Dickie Pride is? It's going. It's fading. Just give it a sec. See, look, it does it all by itself. Yeah. I don't even have to touch it.
Well, you always keep yelling at me because I talk over you sometimes, and now you started talking over the intro, and I'm just like, fair is fair.
That's why it's called an intro. You talk over the end of the intro.
Okay, well.
I've been podcasting for 12 minutes. I know what I'm doing over
You know a lot better than me, sir. I apologize. I won't talk the rest of the show.
It's almost professional.
So Gerd, Whiffy Cox, by the way, Wilfred Hiram Cox, has 9 tour wins, and he finished 3rd in the 1934 U.S. Open.
Oh, good for him.
But that was Lance.
Was there 5 people playing?
You were, in fact, Dickie Pride. Everybody knows who Dickie Pride was.
He's not my favorite.
94 St. Jude winner,
I'm
right?
Whiffy Cox.
You're Whiffy Cox.
He's seen you hit a golf ball, apparently. So
think about that for a minute.
I've seen him break some clubs.
Has he watched your golf swing lately? Maybe
it's getting a little bit better.
It sounds personal.
It's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
I guess we take calls on the air now.
I am joined by, I didn't take it. That's some chick. I don't even know her name. I am joined by, of course, PGA mini tour player, as Lance would describe him.
Never going to get old, is
John
it,
the Birdman Gerber, whose home course is up there. I'm not even going to go there. And Big Red Lance Dorset joins the show in the absence.
Kids?
Boy, this was a surprise.
Chris the Busman Bustle.
Hey, strap yourselves in. It's going to be a long ride.
Push, give it to me.
Hold my right nipple. It did.
That is in perfect time. Thank you.
I might need one of those.
This was a surprise, like me waking up and not having any pain in my back or just pain in general. Those are usually good days.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sometimes I wake up and I don't have pain somewhere else, and that's a surprise.
You know, this is the golf show, right?
That's why I didn't elaborate. Did not elaborate, sir.
It's going to be a long
But we missed last week, so we got some catching up to do. As we missed the review of the 3M Open, because Johnny, by the way, nailed all of it with Cam Champ. Louis Oosthuizen, another close call, finished 2nd. Poor guy, can't win a tournament to save his life.
I don't feel bad for him.
I do feel bad for him, dude. Why would we not?
I mean, you know, there we go
again.
again.
Love of God. Somebody tell my son to stop calling me.
Turn your ringer up.
I don't know how.
There it is.
What if it's an important call?
Tell him to text you. Tell him to text you.
So, I mean, why would anyone not feel bad for Louis Oosthuizen?
Well, he's got more money than all of us, first off.
Look, not everybody doesn't like you for the money.
Well, you know. So it's just sometimes – no, well, that's not true. If I'm doing it for the money, I wouldn't be doing it at all at this point right now. I promise you. It's sheer for the torture and torment of the game.
Golf, period.
Yeah. It's just sheer for torture for me right now. I promise.
For the love of torture with your back. How is the back, Johnny? Are you recuperating?
The back is better. It's just I had a little. I played in the. Well, I attempted to play in the Texas State Open last week.
Right.
And
we saw.
I got. Yeah. You saw the. I got past 9 holes and.
I turned it off when I saw you were 5 over after 4 holes.
I was 4 over after 5 holes.
Okay.
Take that back.
I'm dyslexic.
Take that back. And I birdied both par 5s coming in. And I don't remember playing the 9th hole, a par 3.
Liquoring it up.
I made par. No, it was liquor it up is no. So I had just not to get into it too much. I felt the heat out there. I wasn't feeling really good.
It was hot, wasn't it?
Woo, you talk about hot.
I can only imagine.
Hot as fish grease. It was hot. So I sat at the halfway house at the turn and tried to make a run going in, and I was shut down. So it was probably the best thing. My stubborn ass would have I tried to continue to go, but It didn't work, and it was probably for the best. But hey, listen, to be honest with you, I couldn't shoot 24 under on that golf course if I played it for a full year.
Was that the winning score?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 21 under, and I thought I was going to win it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you did well. You did better than me then, bud.
Oh, wait, that was the front nine.
Hey, but again, it was a good. I'm not saying it's a great experience, but another first class event held by the PGA. Right. It's the hardest state open to get in, first off, and it's probably the best state open in terms of players. There was 12 tour players there. You had 7 wins by tour players as played in the event. Yeah. That's amazing. It's a big deal. And listen, it's first class. It was just like playing old tour events, man. They did it right. Golf course was incredible. Cool. It's just it's just not the best golf course for me. 7,350 yards, par 70,
long.
And
that is long.
That's what she said.
I can't hit it as far as I can't hit it far enough to compete. So
do they allow like gallery in these things?
There was a shit ton of people out there.
Really? I swear to God,
absolutely.
I thought Tim was going to ask. Do they allow you to carry a cooler with beer in it around?
Wait, do they?
Oh, there was probably 5,000-6,000 people out there a day.
Really?
Sure.
Man, I would have come out there to support you guys.
Yeah, you would have been 9 holes. You'd have been happy for 9 holes. But unfortunately, unfortunately, my fellow PGA golf professional at the Highlands, Brian Coe, had to withdraw. Also, he wasn't feeling as that well either. So it was a rough week for the Highlands boys. Let's just move on and keep it there.
Well, I didn't bring it up. You did, but thanks for recapping.
Well, you asked why I wasn't there. So
right.
I wasn't going to lie.
Right. No, I get it. But you were a swing and not just a grand slam. You hit 2 grand slams in the same inning with your picks. Yeah, I had last week or week before last now for the 3M Open. Yeah, I had obviously the winner was one of my ham sandwich picks, and I had two. I had actually two guys finish one finished top 10, finished top 20. But I think everyone knows, especially Lance here. I'll hit 1 or 2 of those big long shots a year. Mm-hmm. And then when it happens, I think last year was Kevin Na at Colonial, right? Or 2 years ago. Yeah, Colonial.
Yeah. 2 years ago when he got in the argument with his caddy on number 9 about the shot that he was going to hit into the green.
Right. So if you're following the rotation of the picks, I took last week off just because of the Olympics. But if you follow the picks, so it was a winner at 150 to 1, and on top of that, it was about another 160 more units. So however you play it. So if I play it, it was about a $16,200 profit if you're betting $100.
I could hit it like Jesus.
Yep.
You hit it like Jesus that week.
He could pick it like Jesus.
Yeah. So it's been it's been a really good year. That was my 7th win this year. Wow. 7th win of the year, and it's been profitable. It was a little choppy at the beginning of the year, but it was my seventh win of the year, and I'm not done. I promise you I'm not done.
So I also hit on one of my picks.
Who missed the cut?
Nope.
Missed cut.
Nope. So I had Dustin Johnson for the win. He missed the cut.
Yep.
I had Sergio Garcia in the top 10. He was tied for 25th. Boys, I had Shea Reevy in the top 20, and he finished tied for 11th.
If you say his name right, you might get paid.
Shea Reevy.
Yeah, it's not it.
It's Shea Reevy. No. It's exactly how you pronounce it.
No, it's not.
Would you like to fight about it?
We could.
Because that's how I heard them saying his name.
Not true. Not true.
Shea Reevy.
Do you say cheeseburger, or is it cheeseburger?
If it's her burger, I'll say cheeseburger.
CH. Is it CH?
Shea's Burger.
What do you think I'm saying?
Chez. It's Chez. It's Chez Reevy. Chez.
Well, then you need to talk to the guys on the Golf Channel because they don't know how to say it.
I'll call Jim Nance and see. Hey,
well, he's not on the Golf Channel.
Oh, he's not?
He's on CBS.
I thought he got fired or something.
Okay, however you pronounce his name, I picked him top 20 and he was tied for 11th. I'm just saying. Yours was better than mine, I will admit
just
that.
A little bit.
But I hit.
A little bit.
I did have a hit.
You did.
I never get credit for my hits by John.
I'm proud of you. But you did well, but as all your picks come, if you only pick 1 out of your 6 plays, you actually lose money. You know that, right?
Well, I don't actually bet, so I don't know how that
you
works.
Just pick.
Mine are picks, yours are bets.
Fair enough.
That's what we've talked about.
We have?
I make picks, you make bets.
Okay.
That's how this thing works. The BGA Tour champions, the Senior Open at Sunningdale Old Course. Stephen Dodd, 13 under over, by the way, one of my favorites, maybe my second favorite seniors Champions Tour player.
And obviously Daly is one.
Daly is number one.
Yeah, sure.
Always will be.
Yeah.
Fred Couples number 3.
Surprise.
I love Fred. I love Freddie, man. Freddie was hot when I was in high school.
Who doesn't like Freddie? If you don't like Freddie, you don't like me.
Miguel Angel Jimenez. And of course, Darren Clark was 3rd. But dude, I just like his whole vibe on the course with the cigar and the ponytail and the beer gut.
The warm-up session.
Yes.
He's the weekend golfer, right? He just goes out there and whacks it around.
Yeah.
Dude, I like it too. I mean, listen, at this point, most of these guys don't have to worry about money. They're out there playing golf and compete and have fun and kind of staying active a little bit. Stephen Dodd is a little bit different story. He was a bit of a journeyman, played the European Tour forever. I mean, this kind of changes his life a little bit.
Right.
Because he will get in the Champions Tour over here.
Right.
He's exempt now because he won a major, but he hadn't played a golf tournament in 24 months.
Wow.
People didn't realize.
I didn't realize that.
24 months he didn't play a golf tournament. So
and then he comes out and wins?
Comes out and wins, but he was a stalwart he was kind of that middle tier journeyman on the European Tour for years. Would always keep his car, finish in the hundreds. These types of stories, that this is a bit what makes golf great, right? These types of stories, especially now I'm getting a little bit older and seeing how these guys are competing and staying healthy. That's the big deal with these guys that's playing the Champions Tour. They're a lot fitter. I mean, Darren Clark. Let's not. He's fit in different ways, right? But they're all golf fit,
right?
And there's enough money out there these days, on top of the competition, that these guys are staying competitive. But the one thing is they have to stay physically fit.
See, and I think the Champions/Seniors Tour. I'm sorry, I will always refer to it as the Seniors Tour. But I think they're catching up now, just because of the time frame. Where the PGA was in the late 90s, early aughts, when you had all these guys really becoming athletes. Not that golfers weren't athletes before, but you know what I mean, where the majority of them had a weightlifting routine. They worried about their stretching.
The reason being is that those guys in the 90s that were doing the weightlifting and stuff like that are now getting into their 50s.
And that's,
so
that's what I'm saying. It's due to the time frame.
Is rolling into the
right, and they still pay attention to it, and they're still fit guys.
You know what the cool part is? You know what the cool part is? It's just me. I'm looking at all these guys that we've all watched for years and maybe played against a little bit or just kind of really known that now they're turning 50 and they still have that name recognition. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, every year you got a kind of a new crop of guys that you've watched for 20 years. Now they're on the Champions Tour. It's pretty cool.
Give it another 5 years and the Champions Tour, the Senior Tour, it's going to be full of names.
And you know what that does? It actually creates more money for the Champions Tour, right?
Absolutely.
So name recognition. So there's going to be more.
Purses go up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
more money.
What happens like in 5 years when Phil's 55?
Nah, he's not playing.
And he's not going to play. He's not going to be on the regular tour anymore at 55.
He'll play the majors.
Well, yeah, but he's not going to win. Tiger's going to be eligible for the
He'll never play
tour.
He's not doing that. He's not doing that.
You don't think so?
No.
In his mid-50s and 6-7 years
worth billions.
No, he's not. He is not doing that.
Not for the love of the game?
No, he's
where he thinks he can compete when he can't compete on the regular tour anymore?
Well, he would rather play regular tour events and try to compete than play in one of those Champions Tour events. He's not playing any Champions Tour.
He'll take the appearance money on the regular tour instead of competing.
There's no appearance money on the regular tour. Only Europe.
I think
the big ones like over.
I don't think he'll keep playing in tournaments where he finishes out of the top 20 every week.
Well, I don't think he's going to be playing golf after 3 more years anyway.
At all? No. Like professionally?
No.
That's probably more likely to happen.
Yeah. I just think he'll make one more run. I think after this, he'll make one more run and see how he is and try to compete a little bit for the next couple of years and say, hey, man, listen, it's either here or not. And if it is, he'll grind it out for another 3 years, try to win a couple more majors, but he's not.
I mean, we're all like this. These are all huge assumptions that he can get healthy and swing golf clubs again. And
I've heard some good stories.
No, I have too. Yeah. I've heard good things because we, at the time of the accident, speculated he's never playing golf again. He might not ever walk again.
It's like the 3rd time people said that about him, right? So
I know, right?
Play golf again, so
it's crazy to think all the crap that he's gone through.
The U.S. Open on a broken leg.
Yep.
So the Senior Open, man, I'm a huge fan of it. We need to talk about more on this show, especially as the names become bigger and bigger on that leg of the tour, and it's just, to me, I don't know. To me, it's not more fun to watch, but it is as much fun to watch as the regular tour because those are all guys, like I said, that
we watched
30 years ago I watched growing up and out of high school and in high school.
And what's cool too is the guys 30 years ago that we were watching on the senior tour. Some of those are still out there.
Yeah,
playing.
they are.
You know, they're doing the whole super senior thing, and you know, Don January was dead.
Yeah.
Poor Lance killed Don January.
I didn't mean to do that, Mr. January. I'm sorry.
Another
I know you're
little,
a big fan.
another little cool segue. A buddy of mine who's revered as probably the best club pro actually qualified for the Senior Open. Bob Sowards, who finished in the top 15 at the U.S. Senior Open, he actually qualified, one of 3 club pros that actually went over and played and qualified and finished in the top 25 in the Senior Open. You know, so just a little shout out to Bob. You know, he's by far the best club pro playing guy in the history of the PGA of America. I mean, the guy can still really play, and he's a good dude. So I was hoping if he finished in the top, I believe if he finished in the top 10, he would make enough money total that he would get his Champions Tour card fully here in the U.S. and he wouldn't have to go because he goes to qualifying school every year. It's the hardest tour to get on in the world. The Champions Tour.
Right.
The qualifying process is impossible. But Bob goes every year and will finish 10th.
So you mean I can't just walk out there and start playing with him since I'm 51?
There's some qualifications.
So tell me this then, because that's an interesting point that you bring up. So do you not have an automatic exemption for the Champions Tour with a certain amount of majors or a certain amount of wins on the regular tour?
That's right. Yes, you do.
Okay.
And that's why it's so hard to get on the Champions Tour because there's probably –
there's a list
75% of those slots that are already taken. Now you have 25% that guys doesn't have those qualifications. They have to go to qualifying school, and only 20 of those top guys that finished in the top 20 at qualifying school gives them an opportunity to Monday qualify for the Champions Tour.
Right.
And
that
it's like,
makes sense,
so it's just it's getting more and more difficult to get on. But once you're on, you can you can stay on, right?
You have to, right?
Well, no, but you it's a money list every year, right? If you don't finish, and even the Champions Tour, it's top 75 on the money list keeps your card, not 125 like the big tour. You know, so they want more of those slots, and I think it's going to change. The more senior players are getting better and better, that they don't want to just push somebody in that's just a name recognition that's going to shoot 85.
They don't have the same field number that the regular tour has, right? Oh, they do?
Yeah.
For every tournament, it's the same number of players? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't realize. I thought it was smaller.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And they've changed it now. I think starting next year, it used to be for so long, they had a smaller field, and there was no cuts.
Right.
There was no cuts, or it was an 18-hole cut. They only played 54.
And they're changing it now. They want the fields bigger. They're going to be cuts, and not everyone's guaranteed candy. So they're making changes, and they're making changes for the right reasons. Really, they're giving more playing opportunities for guys who just, And
don't you think it's because of that new group?
No doubt.
That new crew of guys that are coming in that are just turning 50.
No doubt. No doubt.
Names out the wazoo, man.
And there's so many. The PGA has really had some really good structures in the business of really supporting guys now that really want that are players, but still be affiliated and do a lot of teaching. And there's some playing opportunities more and more now for the PGA guys, and even the senior PGA guys. They allow them some playing opportunities. They want to open those doors too. It's only good business, man. If you can play,
if
you can play. I mean, there's nobody who wants to pay a ticket, $20 to go watch an old timer shoot 85.
So let me ask you this, Johnny. If you made it a goal, what do you got? 2 years? Till 50?
I got 6 months.
That's close enough. If you made it a goal, I don't know how old you are. I was trying to give you a little bit of credit there. Sorry.
Thank you. Well, if you're going to give me credit, don't say 2 years. You just say, damn, you turned 40? I mean.
Well, okay, I know I wasn't that far off.
Wow.
But if you made it a goal that you wanted to play on the Champions Tour, and let's say you didn't even shoot for when you turned 50, say when you shoot for 51, and that's what you set your mind to, that's what you tailored your game to, what do you think your odds would be of making the Champions Tour?
In terms of what? Like, there's more.
Qualifying for the tour itself.
Well, physically, I can't do it. Physically, I don't have any desire to be on the road 30, 40 weeks a year.
Well, I don't mean like every tournament. I just mean if you wanted to play.
I'll play 4 or 5 events a year.
Yeah. But you think you could qualify for it enough to?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not a question. I don't want to.
Well, it's a question for me because I'm not going to assume.
I have no desire to be on the
You
road
didn't
like I
wanna assume
was.
your age.
Yeah, I didn't
Much
even want to
less
assume your age, much less your ability.
Golfer.
Hey, but I never accused him of playing on mini tours.
I don't know who said that.
I mean, I only said that his home course was Muirfield Valley.
I don't know that that's ever been recorded anywhere.
It was.
Sure
it's on there. It's probably like the first drop ever.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
No, listen, I'm looking if I can get healthy, which I'm not. I'm looking forward to kind of the next step of playing career. My only issue with playing right now, I just can't hit it far enough to compete with the kids.
Right.
I can't play a 7,400-yard golf course.
Right.
You give me a 6,700-yard golf course where I have wedges and 9-irons in my hand, then I got a chance. Now I just don't have a chance.
I feel like I should introduce you to this product. It's called Kavla for Men. It's powered by Testofen.
I heard it. I heard of it.
And I feel like it would benefit you greatly for the things that you're dealing with your body, including the ED.
Well, that's not even the issue.
Oh, that wasn't a symptom? My
no.
bad. My bad. I was just assuming again.
Well, that thing gets in the way. That's the problem.
Does it get in the way of your clubs?
That's that 15th club in that bag right
so
there.
Here's a funny story, and no joke. So my most recent wife, who is considerably younger than me.
The new one?
No, the most recent one.
How many times have you been married? 7 or 8?
Are you talking to Lance?
No, you.
I don't think he's making. I don't see him making eye contact with me. But
I think combined, we at this table we've been married.
I'm not going to get my story in, am I?
I think combined we've been married 9 times at this table, and I haven't been married once. So I don't know
you're close. You're close, but no.
I think so. I think
that would be 7, sir. That would be 7.
There you have it.
Married 7 times at this table, and I've never been married.
And Johnny's never been married.
Yep.
No, so here's the funny story. So my most recent ex-wife,
winner,
was younger than me. We played on the golf team.
Winner.
Oh yeah.
We played on the golf team at the same high school, 12 years apart.
Who?
Okay.
Your wife? Your new wife?
Oh, his most recent wife.
Oh.
No, okay. I'm not even interested in the story anymore.
No, I am. No, that's please. My apologies. This is a good story.
How do you know? So her golf coach was different than my golf. Actually, her golf coach when she went to high school was my basketball coach in high school.
You played basketball in high school?
Yeah. I played basketball all through middle school and my freshman year in high school until I blew my knee out. That's why I picked up golf.
You believe that?
Because you don't need a knee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You kind of need a knee.
So anyway, he told her that, and she's a freshman in high school,
and you're 40?
She would never be able to swing the club properly because her boobs were getting in the way.
It's actually the opposite.
What? They help you swing the club?
Yeah, because
clearly he didn't know what he was talking about because her actual golf coach actually told her that.
Man, my swing ought to be great thing because my boobs get in the way all the time.
Because it keeps the club because it keeps the club in front of you.
I don't know why Johnny talking about his ding dong reminded me of that story at all.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Would you get another one of those?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I don't know. It is what it is.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
My mother's gonna be sore for the next week. Oh, hey, why does those two gotta be played together?
Why did Johnny talking about your mom?
I think I still got heat stroke.
I think you got some kind of stroke going on in there. We really don't care about the Olympics. It's not a real golf event. It's not a real sporting event.
Wait a minute, we won gold.
I care about the Olympics for one goddamn reason.
I don't even know who won what. I don't even know.
This could be getting out of the rough or just an asshole segment from the Olympics.
Pants Tim.
And I'm very adamant about this. First off, I don't like the guy in the first place. He was revered as one of the biggest assholes on tour. He was an asshole in college.
Wait, who are we talking about? Because I don't know.
Well, there's two. Do you want to guess? No. So here's the story. So Rory Sabatini.
Oh, bad name, by the way. Nobody should be named Rory.
Who finished second in the Olympics, I'm not going to say anything about how he played. Good
is
for
golf
him.
Olympics already over?
Yes.
Women's are going, and
they're playing too.
Cutting it to 54 holes. Yeah, you don't have to be.
You let me know when I can go.
Go ahead.
I need to dwell on this for a second.
So Rory Sabatini lives in Dallas.
South Lake.
Rory Sabatini is from South Africa.
And he played for Slovakia.
Reason being is they funded a $2.5 million Olympic fund because they did not have any person in the Olympics except 2 people in different sport.
Then you don't play.
His wife is from Slovenia, actually. So as a money grab, as a reference to him, he it's his right, decided he wanted to be a citizen of Slovenia.
So you have to actually take citizenship of that country before you can play in the Olympics. And this is one of the problems, and we'll get into this on the...
They don't live there. They don't live there.
No,
They don't reside there.
This is one of the problems I have with the Olympics. We talked about it on the big show last week. We're going to talk about it this week.
But how can you do that?
It's such a fraud.
How can you
do a fraud?
How can you marry your wife and you're a citizen? That doesn't make no.
So he should be kicked out of the country. He should not be allowed back in the country.
He doesn't live there. They don't live there.
He should have to. No, I mean of America. He should be kicked out of Southlake, kicked out of Dallas, kicked out of Texas, and gone back to whatever country he just gave his allegiance to.
And it didn't surprise me at all as big as a piece of shit that guy is. That's not even a surprise.
It's why I hate the Olympics.
It's not even about the Olympics. It's him.
The Olympics allows that, and they promote that.
Yeah, but
because they want competition between the countries.
Yeah, but there's people that have anyone that has some sort of self-respect and pride and gumption. Anything you say that's really good about you as a man, you don't do that shit. You do not do that shit. And listen, I know too much about the guy. First off, and it's.
Y'all share a girlfriend?
There's a million people. Listen, there's a million people that could do that.
Are they Eskimo brothers?
Eiffel Tower brothers?
I'm not sure I like the way the show's going.
She will be sore for the next week.
I just the guy's just
I believe you 100%.
Dump.
I've never been a fan.
The guy's just a dump.
I can't like a guy named Rory. Not even McElroy.
I don't know.
I love McElroy, but I call him by his middle name.
I just had to say that about the Olympics. And on the second off, sorry for John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau. You get what you get. Go to hell.
And John Rahm's still out this week, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his choice or if it's still medically.
The thing about it is whenever after you have COVID, you could test positive for COVID for up to like 90 days.
But you can also test negative for it while you have it.
So I'm going to tell.
Why don't even test for it?
I want to tell you a little quick story. So
hi, Demara.
So Bryson DeChambeau's coach is Chris Como, who lives here, right? So Chris Como, in the golf circle, people think that he's great. He's a little bit too technical for me, but he works out over at Lifetime Fitness. So he's been off this week, and Lifetime Fitness is very open. I mean, no one's wearing masks. No one's doing. I mean, all the workouts are cool, and he's a little wee guy, anyways. And he was the only asshole in there that was wearing a mask. And when I say wearing a mask, like 3 masks. Like, dude, are you wearing a mask because you don't want people to recognize you? Which no one really gives a shit who you are or not. Or are you just wearing a mask because you're just weird?
I mean, that's why I wear a mask, because I don't want people to know who I am.
The beard gives it away.
I'm afraid I'm going to get recognized.
The gray in the beard.
Damn it.
The gray in the beard gives it away.
What's the name of that? Grecian Formula. Can they be a sponsor?
Maybe.
He's going to wash that gray rod.
That's not the song. That's her.
They got those little brushes.
I know. I see them at Walmart. Like it's very gradual, so nobody notices.
You need to trim that every once in a while, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trim it every week.
It looks kind of corny.
Does it?
A little bit.
I'm going for the Duck Dynasty look. I just cut 2 inches off of it this week.
Oh, that's what she said.
Oh God, I hope she didn't cut.
I guess that's next.
Like
so what's next?
I guess that's it.
I guess.
Gerb, you made me aware, because apparently it's not listed anywhere on social media or in any schedules anywhere, that there's a Barracuda Championship.
There is, sir.
I thought that already happened.
Nope. I just didn't make it up. I promise.
You might have just made that up. So tell us about the Barracuda Championship. I'm not prepared for that.
Can we not get to the real event?
Are we not going to talk about Barracuda at all?
Well, a little bit.
So, but you want to go straight to the World Golf Championship FedEx St. Jude Invitation. Oh, wait, by the way, I have a funny tidbit about the course over there where that Senior Open was played, the Sunningdale Old Course.
Sunningdale.
Clearly it's old, because it's called the Old Course.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Sunningdale New Course.
I think there's a new course there, too.
There is.
Yeah.
But the new course is, in fact, newer than the old course.
Well, I hope
Thus
so.
the name. Did you know that the Sunningdale Old Course was the first golf course built over there? that was built away from the coast where they were actually able to grow grass.
Yeah, Parkland type golf course. It's like 40 miles outside of London.
It was the very first one because they tried before to build them away from the coast, and then nobody could grow turf back then.
Sure.
So it's a little bit of a historic location. I thought that was a funny little tidbit. It probably looks a lot like my backyard.
Did you watch any of the tournament, actually?
No, I don't have TV anymore.
Oh,
I don't have any money.
We don't pay you enough?
I guess that's
it. Is the lights getting shut
No,
off?
I'm just kidding. Yes, I did. I did watch some of it because I love those. Like I said, man, it's hard for me to watch a tournament like before where there's no trees. It's really weird.
It's cool, but that's a Parkland. I mean, and there's some interesting holes. Like there was like one hole you gotta hit your tee ball over over a different fairway.
Mm-hmm.
The guys are walking down, so it was a very interesting type of golf course. I didn't know much about Sunningdale, but the players, obviously everyone in golf reveres it. And yeah, there it is.
Sorry, I was trying to order a beer.
Uh-oh.
So on to the World Golf Classic, FedEx St. Jude Invitational, TPC Southwind, out there in the Memphis of the Tennessee. And I'm always pay attention to the purses of these things. And I like to compare them to the LPGA because I'll be honest, I've been watching some LPGA lately.
Okay.
I've got my favorites, Nelly
what?
Furtado, Natalie Gulbis. I'm just saying.
Just two people that just can't hit a golf ball anymore.
Well, one's ranked number 1 in the world, but okay.
Nelly Furtado?
Yeah,
Nelly
Furtado is not number 1 in the
She's
world.
ranked number 1 in something.
Yeah.
But so I like to pay attention to the purses. They've got it marked down as a par 70. It's a $10.5 million purse. Is that just because it's a World Golf Classic event?
Well, yeah, it's a World Golf Championship, FedEx St. Jude Invitational. It's one of those, there's three of those a year, including the majors. So there's more points, but yeah, it's a smaller field event. I believe it's an 80 field event. That's why they have a second tier event. The second tier Barracuda doesn't get as much points, and they don't get the Masters Invitational. But other than that, yeah. So the qualifications are I think it's like top 50 in the world, Ryder Cup members over the last 3 years. There's so many qualifications to get in. This golf tournament actually in this time frame used to be at the Firestone tournament, and they moved it for whatever reasons that I don't really know about. But yeah, it's just one of those limited field events that's really good, and it just kind of brings, in theory, the best players in the world together.
So TPC Southwind, it's a tight course. 8 of the last 10 winners led the week in strokes gained from tee to green.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something about predicting your field, Johnny.
Yep.
In case you didn't already know that.
Thanks for filling me in.
Some of the smallest greens on the tour. So you got to pick guys that are good iron players and that are able to get themselves out of messes around on the course.
Well, not only that, one of the biggest factors there. Here's what I
trying to help him make his picks.
Did into my handicapping is I didn't
I think
even
it's working. Keep going. Tom.
I wasn't even coming close to anyone that played last week in the Olympics.
No.
Travel, weird, different grasses. This is one of those golf courses that is super, super Bermuda. And when I say super Bermuda, I mean talking about Bermuda greens and Bermuda rough, and it's old grainy Bermuda green. So, it's kind of lended myself to my picks to guys who are really good on Bermuda greens, Bermuda rough, and also is that really didn't play last week. I mean, there it is. I mean, I didn't overthink the room this week. I didn't.
You didn't?
No. I don't think Shoffley even got there till like Tuesday.
Well, I don't even. Is he even playing?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah,
he's playing.
No,
yeah.
I was just kidding. But no.
Right.
He's not on my board.
No.
All right. Well, let's before we go over your board, we have to go over my board for Tim's picks that don't matter.
Is there an intro for that?
John Daly.
Dude, we should make an intro for that, shouldn't we?
We should.
Well, actually, we kind of have one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it should be like a rim shot or something.
Hey, shit pants! Break it down, 1, 2.
It's our intro board.
Shit pants down.
Anyway.
Yeah, we got to fix that. That was terrible.
Oh, Colby's saying that. That was Colby.
That was, well, I mean, I love Colby, but that doesn't mean the intro is great.
That was a terrible intro.
Yeah.
Or this could be our intro.
I have a 5 through 9, a pitching wedge, a gap wedge, a sand wedge, and a lob wedge.
Whoa. By the way, I shortened that because you had like 8 seconds between clubs, and I had to shorten it for the drop purpose.
The greatest thing about that was the voice. The voice was the greatest part.
I have a 5 through 9.
Because I was so beat down about it. He asked me about it.
Because I didn't know I still don't know what a lob wedge is, really. So my picks, boys, for the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational, based on the criteria that I just gave you. So I did do a little bit of homework, Johnny, about the course and the type of player that might be successful. I don't want you to think I picked these blindly.
Well, you didn't even put it on the run sheet, so you're just trying to surprise me with some stuff, or you're just embarrassed.
Well, I didn't even put your picks on the run sheet.
His run sheet's different than ours.
Well, no. This is my run sheet.
That's what happens when you're the
These are my
executive producer,
notes.
right?
These are my notes.
Yeah.
So,
Show's going so downhill.
so down south.
I'll leave for a year and the whole thing goes tits
You're
up.
only gone a year, and what happens?
Everything's tits up.
So let's see. Let's go backwards.
Oh, God.
As my
Who's going to miss the cut?
My top 20. And I hate this guy. He's my Brooke Koepka for you.
Yeah,
But-
he is
And he's a
douche
tool.
nozzle. He's a douche nozzle.
He's a tool. But Sergio Garcia for my top 20.
Did you listen to my shit on Twitter? Don't take my.
What are you
stuff.
talking about?
No, I got him.
Okay, I made. Do you for top? Oh, you do. Look, okay. I just pulled your Twitter up.
Okay.
Okay, I made this before your Twitter came out.
Sorry,
All right.
sir. Sorry, my mistake.
top 20, Sergio Garcia. My top 10. Wait, do you have? Nope, you don't have him. Patrick Cantlay.
Just not even chance he's going to finish in the top 10.
Well, his numbers are better than everybody else over the summer, but there's no results to match it.
He's playing on bent greens, and he's not playing.
3
he's
top
awful on
15s in
Bermuda.
his last 4 outings,
Playing-
including a major, and these greens fit his iron play.
No, they don't.
Absolutely, 100% they fit his iron play. He's a good iron player. I don't know if you watch golf.
You want to have a side wager? You don't finish in the top 10.
Well, no, we're doing your wagers. I'll do
He's
your
the worst.
wagers.
He's the worst player on
Let's
Bermuda.
just do a shotgun beer bet.
And my
He
pick,
who loses.
my pick for the winner. Wait, let me see if he matches. Your
You are
winner.
here, Lance.
Where
You ain't
is,
said much.
where is the wheel of misfortune when you need it?
Well, I know my guy is not going to be.
Land of misfit toys.
I know my guy's not going to be on your winner list because you hate him. You never pick him, even if he's going to win. Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
Those are my fake picks.
Next, you only
Garcia
got 2.
top 20, Cantlay top 10, and Koepka to win.
You only got 2.
I just said 3.
Well, yeah, but you only 1 to win.
I pick 1 to win, 1 top 10, 1 top 20 every week. That's all I do. I'm not a professional like you.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't have the time for that much research. It took me 7 hours to come up with these 3 guys.
Okay, that's fair.
You just had to look up the spelling of all the names.
It took me longer to look up how to spell their names and pronounce them than it did to type them out.
You want to do the intro for the real picks, or
We don't have an intro for. Oh wait,
I jumped into a mosh pit with
Is
a
that
guy in a full-blown chicken suit.
probably not the best one either? Okay,
all
Here-
right. I'm gonna do intros for next week for my fake picks and your real picks.
here are your real winners.
Colby,
this
we're gonna
week.
need a song.
And all the people that's following me on Twitter, you already have these, and make sure you get these in tonight. So the winner for the World Golf Championship, I got Scotty Scheffler at 32-1. He's a great player on Bermuda. He's bound to win a big event. I've been saying this every week, but this is an event before he will win a major that could potentially catapult him into something. The grasses in Memphis are very similar to what he plays here in Dallas. The heat is going to be a big factor this week in Memphis. I like him at 32-1 to win the golf tournament. I also like Webb Simpson at 40-1. He's very good at small greens. His iron play is tremendous on this type of golf course. He's played well there in the past, and he putts well on Bermuda greens. Jason Kokrak at 60-1. I like him because I think he can dominate the golf course. His putting is not really going to definitively be as a factor for him because I think he's going to ball strike the place to death.
So let me ask you this real quick: do guys have to be excellent putters on this course with the small greens?
Different grass. You got to realize.
Well, I know.
It's different. You got to realize, man.
I know the Bermudas That's what I played on here.
Grainy.
It's
North
really
Texas.
grainy. You gotta know. And what I'm saying, all these picks, these guys have played this golf course a lot. Right. So there's not really a lot of surprise. Scheffler's the only one, but I think he's just really due. And a guy who's a ham sandwich pick that actually could potentially win the golf tournament is Kevin Kister at 90-1. It's not going to be overwhelmingly long for him. He's so good on Bermuda greens. He's so good on Bermuda grass. And I think he's got a great opportunity to put a little candy on him. Nice. Top 10, I like DJ at plus 175. I think he's, I don't think he can win the golf tournament. I think he's still struggling with a few things in his ball striking. But I think he can kind of athletically kind of wear it around that golf course. He knows it so well to get in the top 10. Sam Burns at plus 600 to finish in the top 10. He's had a win this year. He's been really close. This is a perfect golf course for him in terms of he's very familiar with Bermuda. He's a long hitter, and he can get it out of this rough. He hasn't played there before, but his caddy is very familiar with this golf course. I think he's good. Yeah, it's huge. So I'm not top. So top 20, I got Sergio at plus 175. Again, Sergio's just going to ball strike it around there. I think it's just going to. He's going to get to him a little bit. Is he really motivated?
But he
to play there
when I picked him.
He wants to play a little. He wants to play somewhat good to get in good form for the Ryder Cup because he's going to have to be a pick. So I think he's going to play some events coming forward to get.
By the way, can I make a side note on Sergio Garcia?
Sure.
Is there anybody on the tour right now hitting the ball better than Sergio Garcia, and yet at the same time, other than maybe Hideki Matsuyama, putting worse?
Maybe not.
Because you can hit the ball, but he's not.
Sergio's issue has always been putting.
Yeah.
So he's always been one of the best ball strikers in the world. And I'll go with Kisner to finish in the top 20. At plus 275.
All right.
I got one. Who do I have here?
You can't even read your own handwriting?
Just
for the Barracuda?
I'm gonna take one player at the Barracuda. I have two, but I just can't read it.
Well, I got it right here.
Oh, who's Barracuda?
You've got Grace at 20-1. Yep. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
And Perez at 40-1.
Pat Perez at 41 is a great pick. He's the second tier. Well. Yeah, he's been playing well, and it's just one of those events. Linked, they're playing in Reno, so linked is not really going to be a hard factor for him. He's been playing good. He can putt. He's played well there before. So throw a little candy on those two guys at the Barracuda.
What do you think about Ryan Palmer this week at WGC? Growing up, was a 8M guy, Texas area, played a lot of Bermuda growing up. Can play Bermuda.
If it's windy, super advantage. If it's not, because he has a trajectory of a lower ball flight, he has a big advantage. If he have an advantage, he wasn't on my radar. He just kind of hadn't really been playing that well. But he's not going to bother him. But if it's windy, it's not a terrible pick. I'd throw him maybe in the top 20.
We're getting deep in this fantasy thing that I'm in, and I've already used all your picks, so I can only use them once.
Well, here's the deal. That golf course he hits it low and it's run. If it's windy, it's great. But the guys if it's not windy, you're going to hit it high and fly some of those angles. Man, he can't move it that way because it's too tight. Right. So he can't move it. So
makes sense.
That's where I'm at this week, guys.
Nice. So there's your picks. Make sure you bet on Johnny's actual bets, not my for fun picks. Don't ever get those confused.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to
Tim's
be responsible.
Picks, Johnny's are wagers.
Exactly. Like me and Bus one night when Johnny was gone, we came up with his tagline, don't make picks, make bets. I'm Johnny Gerber. So, yes, pay attention to all of that. Make sure you watch all of the golf this coming weekend. I will, as long as I have TV. Haven't paid for it in about 4 months, and it's going to be turned off any day now. So if anybody would like to donate to Tim's TV fund, I will gladly accept donations on Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. Just reach out to me on Twitter at IndyCarTim, and I'll give you the address for that. Would be greatly appreciated. As well as any other donations you'd like to make for me. Food for my kids, gas for my car,
haircut money.
I think car insurance would be cool to have someday.
Are we on the side of the street? Is this show on the side of the street? Like, are we just like, is this like,
Am I an online panhandler?
I will read your
I
ad.
just invented online panhandling.
I will read your ad for food. I mean, is this? Is this what we've come to?
Have we checked on where's Mills yet?
Well, Mills just sent me a text, said he's out. He gave me some reason about his.
He can't put two words together.
No, it's from his. He said it's because of his wife and his daughter, which I'm never going to dog cuss that, but it's obvious. But
unless it's not.
I heard through the grapevine it's because he shot 127 today.
We're all drunk.
And when he shoots bad, he just doesn't want to come on and get
Wait,
all
did
upset.
you say 127?
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
he did.
close.
Is that possible?
Yeah, 9 holes. That's what you know. No, that's not white. Listen, Mills is spending time with his daughter and his wife, so good for him. Mills, you have a good night tonight, and I will see you on Wednesday, Mills.
Well, you owe us double for next week then.
Yeah, he missed 2 weeks. Mills missed
all right,
2 weeks.
regardless of if we have Mills or not, it's still time for this.
4.
And now, the Highlands Performance Golf Center in Carrollton, Texas presents Getting Out of the Rough on the From the Rough Golf Podcast.
4.
Quit wearing your bra upside down, Katie. So we do have a segment. We do have some Getting Out of the Rough because I have a funny story that I've been sitting on literally for, 3 weeks now because we hadn't done this? 2 weeks maybe?
2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks.
Oh.
And I would like to tell you the story, boys, of the Florida mid-amateur that ended after a golfer claimed he was assaulted by his opponent's caddy during a weather delay. And tell me if this has ever happened to you. I know this happens to Griggs. I feel like this happens to Griggs more than we know. Because anytime there's violence with a caddy and a player in golf, it's entertaining, right?
Tis.
Hey, who's that chick over there?
That's my daughter.
Damn it.
Alone.
Just like the old times. On any given day, you really never know what you're going to see on a golf course or in the parking lot. According to the Florida State Golf Association, its mid-amateur ended on May 13th when Jeff Golden conceded the championship match to Mark Dull after sustaining an unfortunate injury during a weather delay. But apparently there's much more to the bizarre reason for the tournament's sudden conclusion, as the Golf Channel reports. Golden filed a police report against his opponent's caddy, Brandon Hibbs, for assaulting him near his car at the Coral Creek Club. I had a moment when I was happy to see him because he was the first thing he said to me was, "I want to apologize," Golden told the Golf Channel. By the time he finished, I was being punched.
He must have said something stupid.
Mark that, by the way. Probably use that as a drop. Golden and Dole were all square through 16 holes when play was halted due to inclement weather. During the lengthy delay, Golden says he went to his car to get some dry clothes when the alleged incident happened. Hibbs had removed himself from the match following a different run-in on the 9th hole when Golden told officials Hibbs had given him advice by indicating he would need to putt around loose debris on the edge of the cup. Dole was assessed a loss of hole penalty for his caddy's comment.
That makes no sense.
Hibbs denied the parking lot altercation to the police. In the official report, police said Hibbs' knuckles showed no scrapes or abrasions, while Golden had no swelling or abrasions to the face.
Well, they get the damn CSI unit out
but
there.
But did display some redness on the inside of his lip. There was no witnesses, and Golden is not pressing charges.
A caddy can give advice. That's what the caddy's for. That makes sense.
Extremely shaken up.
A caddy gave another player, not his player, another player.
Oh,
Golden told GolfChannel.com, I had concussion symptoms. Golden eventually conceded the match and the title of the Florida Mid-Amateur Championship after Dole declined to concede himself. In this, the golf tournament may find its way into an episode of Cops. Good luck finding a stranger finish in any golf tournament.
What you going? Hey, that's Florida for you.
So I could have started it with Florida man.
Again.
Well, remember like 3 weeks ago or a month ago, there was another incident in Florida, like golf in Florida. It's like, dude, I
will never play golf in Florida.
So many, well, it's not the golf. There's just a lot of ratchet heads in Florida.
Most of them play golf.
I mean, it's just
a lot of ratchet heads. A lot of ratchet heads in Texas too, by the way.
Yeah, but not as many.
I mean, not as many ratchet heads that live in Missouri, but we don't have to get into that right now.
Because there's not very many people that live in Missouri.
Just saying, yeah, but they're all ratchet heads. As far as I know, especially up there in that Monroe City area.
MCC.
In the MC, yo.
Mo City Mo.
Is that what y'all do? Like when y'all see each other and you're not like in the inside or you're out on the street, you walk by somebody and you go, MC, yo.
Y'all go like this?
MC Hammer.
And you do the
that
whole MC. Dude, you need to think
That's
of a
terrible.
gang sign for Monroe City.
No.
You do.
Next
No.
show, please.
I think that'd be great. Are we done?
Next show.
I guess we're done.
I guess that's it.
Hey, we want to thank everybody here at
Well,
Tailgaters in
please.
Plano for coming out and watching the America's favorite golf show ever from the rough. We'll be back next week. Don't forget 65-cent wings. Tip your waitresses. Tip your bartenders. Tip your podcast hosts. That means me. We will see you next week.
You made
and do
that very
it all
apparent.
again. Stay tuned if you're here for the big show,
Make
the Drunk
panhandling great again.
Sports Podcast, because we will be back at 8 o'clock to do all of that for you. We appreciate you. We love you. Good night. Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, that's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com.